Anybody new here? Same. Nobody new. All same face, okay. Comfort levels will be more and it will be easy for us. You have anything with you? Pen? You draw your hands here. And draw.
गणेश मेरे बैग लेकर डालो इसमें बुक है मेरा बुक पे बस Start the class. Interrupting Namaskara Mudra, which all the hands goes together. If you wish to hold like this or like this, no problem. One Om, we will start the class. Take a deep breath in. Om. Most of you already had 2 sessions. If you have some questions to ask which you feel like which is maybe related, may not be related, also no problem. You can ask something so that I can interact more. Because 2 days we are just I'm talking and you are listening. You are receiving, and I don't receive anything much except for the contentment from your eyes. I cannot feel nothing much. I'd like to share something, talk something. So main intention of this workshop is to find or to see that is there any subtle element which stimulates our different parts of the body by use of gestures, some gestures of the hand or of the neck, of the face or of the body, in a manner in which it is designed to do something mystical or metaphysical beyond the senses. Will it help really? If it is so, what is the proof? Is it a proof from the scriptures or proof from the science? Or is there a differentiating line between science and the spiritual field where we can correlate with each other? So in my journey to find out this, in a crazy, I used to read many books of mudras and why they do like this and all those things. And at some point I feel there is a conjunction between, there is a correlation between spirit and the science, which we can still explain by some metaphysical or quantum physics that we can still explain. So ask any questions, anything, even unrelated, or if you want to tell your problems, some of your problems you would like to tell. So by this we are indirectly connecting with each other very thoroughly, because this few days it has made our energies little close altogether. Even if I may or may not know your name, energies, I feel it's close acceptance. I feel more of acceptance. So any questions you would like to ask, you can ask, or anything you want to say, you can say, or you want to scold, very welcome. Start from here.
I
Start
think
with your whatever you said.
what I told you before, probably later, I think, because it probably could influence a little bit.
It should influence, it's nice, because it's coming from the West, which I know I can. This is a very good, big question for me to see what's in the
review of Eastern psychological perspective. What it means, each one of them, it is very interesting to check and work on. There will be different combination of each one of them. So it means very totally different. And the Western perspective also I would like to know. So just open up, it will create a mystic element in this class rather than just a therapeutic element. It will create some mystery. And if you already have your mobile, also we can show you.
Actually, it doesn't work here. No, I'm just reading at the moment a lot about secret societies, like the Illuminati. I don't know if this say anything to you. And so the goal of this secret society is to install a new world order. And that means that the whole world should just have one government, and for that sake they want to destroy all the nations. And this is already going on at the moment.
Destroys all the nations?
Yeah, they want to destroy every nation. And they start with
Take
Europe
it in a
at the
positive
moment.
statement, no borders.
Yes.
Take it in. Yeah.
No borders and no nationalities. And just one government. And also no religion. Oh, just one religion. No different religions.
And or they create a new religion or?
Yes, actually it's like a new religion. So no Islam, no Christianity, so nothing that we know.
Topic yoga. Interesting.
Yes, and for that sake, to show that they belong to this secret society, they have different hand signs. And I think one that the Germans know is the one that our Chancellor always does, like this. And but they have different ones, and this sounds a bit spooky. That's why I was not so sure if I should bring it up. I wanted to ask the teacher where these hand signs actually come from. So one is this pyramid.
You can do it, all of us.
Which means that one or just a few governs lots of people. So this is the meaning of this one. And our Chancellor, she does it this way around. So you can do it either like this and either like this. And then you have one which is like this, which means the devil's eyes. And what was the other one? Yes, just to close one eye. And okay.
And this one, some hand gestures and shake hands.
Yes, they shake hands differently. So they showed some pictures of politicians. They did not shake hands like normal. They just did like this and or like this, or just a little bit different, just to show that they belong to the and the hidden hand. This is the one that you know from Napoleon. So, but many others did it as well. So on this website they show many politicians who did this also to show that. And yes, this one I'm not allowed to do that, but it's interesting where also this comes from, and that they also in your pictures you saw that with many politicians still doing it. For example, Obama, and so it sounds spooky, but they all belong to this secret society, and they show each other with these signs that they actually belong to the society. And it's allowed for everybody to Google that this is not just some spooky theory, but also history, recent history shows that it's just like a puzzle, and one piece of the puzzle and you get the picture. And what happens at the moment in Germany and in Europe is exactly this one. What you see here, destroy nationalities, destroy nations, and just by having no borders. So, and yeah, this, but this is a little bit white.
Anxious or you feel scary? Feel anxious at this moment? You feel anxious or you feel scary?
Actually, when I started to read about it, because in Europe, so people think that this is like an accident, and this is something that the government does not know what's going on, and so people still think that this is not a plan behind it. They think it just happened because of war, but if you look, that the wars are also initiated to create exactly what is going on. And so politicians are not surprised. They did it on purpose, or they do it on purpose. And that's the reason why they don't do anything against it.
So there's somewhere.
This is also on the dollar, on the note of the dollar. This sign. It's the rock sign.
Where is it on the note?
Of the dollar, the American dollar.
Who is the dollar?
The American dollar has this sign on it, but not with the eye, but this sign, and then there comes a gap, and there's this pyramid. I think you know it.
I'm trying to think if the eye is on it.
Is the eye also on it?
I think maybe.
Could be.
I don't think I ever. Tomorrow, I'll bring some pictures.
Interesting. So we'll just see, we'll try to correlate if at all, if it syncs with this concept, we'll try to correlate, if at all. I'm not sure, because I can presume and intuitively feel something and share, because I don't have knowledge of this, and unless you've shown this. This was, see, this is how any workshop should unravel. So we are not coming with any fixed ideas. So suddenly, in just few moments, just share something, and this creates a mystic atmosphere here. And that's what we are going to do. Start. Mudra means seal. A seal, or a switch, or a button. A seal to unravel some secret channels of some bioelectrical energies within our body to activate something. So this definition is again, it's the same as the spontaneous definition. It's not simply mugged up from something. It represents some switch, wherever I put a switch and lights will be on. So that switch kind of activity this mudra has. So that's how mudra in Sanskrit means, exact meaning is seal. It is a seal to activate and authenticate something in the dimension of the five senses, and sometimes beyond also. What she was talking is something beyond which each cognitive ability person can take it in a different way. Somebody takes it as a threat, somebody takes it something mystery, somebody takes it something divine, somebody takes it something very strange. So all can be true or nothing can be true. So in the history of Indian heritage, they say there are so many numbers of mudras. but due to the invasion of Islamic people, Mughals on Indian continent, there are so many scriptures have been destroyed. So one of them is Nalanda place, read about it, and Taksha Shila. This was one of the most ancient and biggest university of the world, where they say there are more than 60,000 students throughout the world. More than 60,000 students. It's our latest. 60,000 students throughout the world were the students of this. And it has been repeatedly destroyed by one of the team, Ghazni. Muhammad Ghazni repeatedly came and destroyed all the library of this and burnt all the books which were written in the ancient code of Sanskrit. So somebody says that after this burning and destruction for about 14 days, and the fire was on and on and on for about 3 months. Imagine how many books would be there, how many depth of content. More than 3 months, it keep on burning. So that was our drawback, that this Indian Vedic heritage has been destroyed many times by many peoples in many ways. Either by intellectual conquering of psychology and making Indians feel that they are worthless in their own cultural heritage, or by grossly destroying by so-called Islamic or Muhammad followers in the name of saying God. Allah has told me that there should be only one God, that is Allah, and nobody else. If you are not believing, I have a right to kill you. And with this killing, I don't feel any sin and I get heaven. So this kind of beliefs are there in the people. So even though I am recording this, I have, back in day I have a few threats, like I will be getting some threat calls that why you are talking this. In that sense, it is a bit nuisance also, no problem. Same way in Christianity, it goes in a different way. It is little peaceful and cunning also, where you cunningly missionaries. Jesus Christ was absolutely brilliant, and he is a master, he is a yogi, and the master doesn't follow any religion, absolutely. People around him who are very intellectuals, who are very thinking mind, logical analysis mind, they'll say, okay, what you are feeling? I am feeling something funny sensation here, so we'll note down, make the notes. So all the notes made by those 12 people around Jesus, and then it's a religion where people follow it. So religion is nothing but a roadmap to follow. But freedom also is a roadmap which comes as a disguise of intuition. Your intuition inside you guides you towards something. So we are nothing against any religions. So there are more than 300 religions and beliefs. Somebody says 300 major religions and more than 5,000 beliefs, different beliefs. We will not worry about any of them. So each hand represents its own essence in different context. Astrological view, it represents something. Spiritual belief view, it represents something. So I'll only take very few. Your hand represents 5 elements of your body, which most of us would agree. If you say stomach has a fire, energy, it will burn food and assimilates, digests and assimilates food. I can accept it as a fire. And if somebody is very angry, I can accept it as a fire. So thumb represents fire energy. Index finger represents air. Middle finger represents space. Ring finger represents earth. And little finger represents water. I wish you to start feeling something now itself. So I wish you to hold some mudra, which is most common practice mudra is Jnana mudra. Tip of index finger touching the tip of thumb. So this is the most common practice mudra of any world yoga teaching anywhere in the world, any system. Is it power yoga, this yoga, that yoga, any yoga, Ashtanga yoga, DK Sangha yoga, Vinyasa yoga, Vini yoga, flow yoga, anything you can take, Yang yoga, anything, they will follow this. So I am not much focusing on which type, which brand of yoga, focusing on why yoga. So that's how we, Ganesh also, his main focus is to take the essence of yoga directly without hiding in any disguise of a brand. If you bring the brand, we never show that this techniques are derived from this scriptures. We'll never say that. If brand is a brand, you follow the brand. So this, it blocks you from the complete knowledge. So Ganesh and his mom wants to bring this true essence to the different people. So that's what their purpose was for the past 5 years. Hold this mudra, keep it like this. Or you can keep it with one hand, other hand you can use it for it. Give some little freedom. Keep holding this on the left hand, right hand you can use it for it. Stay. And water. So this is a secret of, or a secret grammar of any mudra. If somebody is holding any gestures, you can make out what is this element dominating, what is less dominating. If somebody touches the tips of 2 fingers together, it means balancing of those elements. Okay, now you see this. Balancing of those elements. So fire, air, and a vision. This vision can be individual vision or a cosmic vision, which is in alignment with the real God. The real God is the one, they say, it's a third eye. Somebody is watching us all the time, they say. So they depict in a different way. So American people, they depict in a different way. This is this is taken from Egyptian meaning. In Egypt, I don't know how to draw it. You have seen those funny faced people. Different people. You see, you imagine those mummies and different faces of a cat, different faces. So those are also hidden representative of some gesture, something, some content of the inner world, which I'll tell you what it is. So holding like this. If tip is touching, then it's a balance. Easy. If one finger is touching the base of other one, the one which is touching will reduce, the one which is not touched will enhance. So for example, this is a detoxification mudra. So I'm telling the concept at the same time telling the mudra. See this. I touch the tip of thumb and tip of base of ring finger. Ring finger represents earth element and fire. Fire is the one which you use for cleansing. So this is called as detox mudra or Aditi mudra. So it helps to detoxify your waste materials by letting it out. Sweat, blood, urine, fecal matter, it will be cleansed and makes your body less light and less toxic elements of your body like ammonia, urea, uric acid or fecal matter. So this will reduce. Just by simply holding like this, your body would be cleansed for about 10 minutes, morning 10 minutes. Somebody is having some issues related with too much of sweating, too much of gas formation, too much of fecal matter or constipation, excess of urination, fear. So those people, you can use this detox mudra. So second idea was, when you touch some finger at the base of some other finger, it reduces the finger which is touching the base, and it enhances the finger which is in front. So third one, if one finger touches other four fingers, out of these four, index, middle and ring finger and little finger, if one of them touches the base of thumb, it says this element is reduced and fire is enhanced. You're able to cope with it, it's easy. It's very easiest possible explanation, because 1.5 hours or 2 hours time is not actually enough time to learn anything. That too something metaphysical or beyond our sensory perception. It's very difficult. You know, you're able to grasp it. If touch the tips means balance of those two elements. If the thumb touches the base of other element, it fire reduces, the other element enhances. If some other finger touches the base of the thumb, this reduces, this enhances. One more is in between. If I touch like this, so fire is little excess and air is in the midway, neither excess nor reduced, so it is in another. So it's somewhere in between. Air element is reduced but not totally reduced, not totally increased, not balanced, so it's somewhere in between. So there are people who can identify different problem areas of the body and help them to cure.